היום נתגלו חומות יריחו, ממצא ארכיאולוגי, ויש לי פה את העיתונות. תיבת נוח. נו, תגידו לי, תהיו רציניים. יכול להיות נוח אחד, נשאר בכל העולם, היה מבול, והוא הכניס את כל החיות לטבע, והוא נכנס למשפחתו, והוא נשאר אחרי שנה של גשמים, ויוצא במעיינות תהום רבה, אש לבה רותחת, והוא נשאר לבד. ככה כתוב בתורה. זה נכון או לא נכון? אמר לי פעם אחד מחברי הכנסת, שהוא היום בתפקיד בכיר, לא רוצה להזכיר את שמו, לא להעליב אותו, אמר לי, נו, תיבת נוח היה? היום גילו את תיבת נוח, ויש לי פה צילומים של תיבת נוח שנתגלתה בהרי ערערת.
This boat-shaped object right here is Noah's Ark. Teardrop shape here. Some folks say, oh, it's just a fort. It's an old fort. Well, it's right under a hill. I don't know anybody who builds a fort under a hill. That would not be too bright. But if that's Noah's Ark, I've got a piece of it right here. You're welcome to come feel it. You may want to wash your hands afterwards because it might have come from the bottom of the ark. I don't know. But just a piece of petrified material from that area. Noah's Ark. I know the Turkish government did a lot of study on it. They think it's Noah's Ark. They even built a visitor center. You can see the picture here of the visitor center. They did find big anchor stones all over the place. There are about 12, I think, of these giant rocks. One of the posters on the wall over there has the pictures of these giant anchor stones. 9,000-pound rocks with holes drilled through the top. Apparently those were to be what we call drogue stones. Noah had these things hanging over the side of the boat. The purpose being, when the weather got kind of stormy, you drop the rocks down in. Some folks say, well, hey, wouldn't that slow him down? He wasn't trying to go anywhere. He was just trying to float, okay? He didn't care if he got slowed down or not. A drogue stone would be perfect also if real stormy weather came along. It would turn the boat at a right angle to the waves, so you couldn't roll over sideways. The rocks are dragging behind the boat. They did find about, I think, 12 of those things. Now those big drogue stones are rocks.
היום נתגלו בשכבות גבוהות של הרים בכל העולם, שכבות סחף, שמורות שהיה מבול בכל העולם. לא אני אומר את הנתונים, המדע אומר.
There are fossils of sea life on every major mountain range. Now, how do you get shells up on top of the Rockies and on every other major mountain range? Out in California, there is a 4-square-mile formation in which are buried about 1 billion herring fish. A shark that has been squeezed down to a half-inch thick shark. On the walls of my office are 2 fossils, very typical fossils of fish. And if you look at those fossils, you can see that they have been squeezed down almost to the thickness of a sheet of paper before they decayed. Another type of fossil that I think is fascinating is down in Antarctica. Coal. Coal requires lots of vegetation. How in the world could you get coal down in Antarctica? And there are massive layers of it, alternating layers, some of them 3 and 4 feet thick. Because in Antarctica, it is nighttime 6 months of the year. So how did all that vegetation get there? Do you suppose that vegetation floated there in a worldwide flood?